Hey there, Northern Kentucky homeowners. Let me ask you a question. Do you know the number one mistake I see homeowners make when listing their home? It's not forgetting to clean the baseboards. It's not even neglecting curb appeal. It's pricing their home too high. Overpricing your home can actually cost you thousands of dollars in the long run. And today, I'm going to tell you exactly why. If you're thinking, well, Sarah, don't I want to leave a little wiggle room to negotiate? I hear you, but stick with me because I'm going to explain why that strategy often backfires and what you should do instead to get the best possible price for your home without scaring off buyers or watching your listing go stale. So here's the deal. Every seller wants to get top dollar. I want that for you too. But pricing your home too high from the start is kind of like showing up to a first date in a wedding dress. You're coming in way too strong and way too fast, and it's going to send people running. So let's break it down. When a home hits the market, those first 2 weeks, that's your golden window. That's when your listing is new. It's fresh, and buyers are most excited to go see. Your home is going to be popping up on everybody's alerts. Agents are going to be sending it to their clients. People are going to be touring and watching it online. But if your home is priced too high, here's what happens. Buyers look at it, they compare it to all the other homes that are out there priced correctly, and they think, that one just doesn't stack up. I think I'm going to keep an eye on it and wait for the price to come down. So what do? They keep on scrolling. They don't come see it. You get fewer showings, and fewer showings means fewer chances for offers. And that is not what we want. And I've got to be honest with you here. Today's buyers are savvy. They've been online looking at homes for months. They know what homes in your neighborhood are worth. They've been watching the sales data. They've been talking to their agent, maybe even losing out on homes because they weren't fast enough to make an offer. These are not buyers who are just going to throw money at a house that's overpriced. They'll move on, and your home, it's just going to sit. Now, let's talk about what happens when a home sits on the market too long. Once you're past that sweet spot, those first 2 weeks of excitement, your listing starts to feel a little stale. People start wondering, what's wrong with that house? And they're wondering, even if nothing's wrong, that perception is their reality. And then we start seeing price reductions, 1, maybe 2, sometimes more. And here's the kicker. When buyers see price drops, they often assume desperation. They think, oh, they must be willing to take a lot less. So you start to get lowball offers, or even worse, no offers at all. Meanwhile, if you priced it right from the start, you could have had multiple offers competing. And guess what? That often drives the price up, not down. I'll give you a real world example. I had a client once who wanted to list their home at $375,000, even though the comparable sales were all showing around $350,000. Now, I advised them that we should start at $350,000, maybe $355,000, but they wanted to just try it at $375,000 to see what would happen. Well, here's what happened. Crickets. We had barely any showings the first 2 weeks. And after 3 weeks, we dropped the price to $360,000, then again to $355,000. And by the time we finally got an offer, guess what it was? $345,000. And they took it because they were just ready to be done with it. Now, imagine if we had listed the house at $350,000 right from the start. We could have attracted more interest, maybe even gotten multiple offers, and possibly sold it over asking. But because we overreached, we ended up chasing the market down. And unfortunately, that's a story I see way too often. Now, I'm not saying you have to give your house away. Absolutely not. But there's a difference between pricing your home to win and pricing it to test the market. Testing the waters often leads to drowning in days on the market. So how do you price your home the right way? Well, it starts with a solid CMA, or comparative market analysis. I look at similar homes in your neighborhood that have sold recently, are currently under contract, or active on the market, and also the ones that didn't sell. I compare square footage, condition, updates, lot size, and so much more. It's not just about the price per square foot. It's about where your home fits in the current market. And I'll always be honest with you. If I think we can push a little higher because of your upgrades, I'll tell you that. And if I think we need to be aggressive because of your timeline or the market conditions, I'll tell you that too. I'm not here to just list your home. I'm here to get it sold. And remember, pricing it right doesn't mean pricing it low. It means pricing it competitively so that the buyers see the value and want to compete for your home. It's not uncommon for well-priced homes to sell for more than the list price, especially if they generate a buzz early on. But overpriced homes, they usually sell for less than they could have after sitting, dropping, and stressing everybody out in the process. So if you're thinking of selling and you want to make sure you don't leave money on the table, or worse, end up having to cut your price just to get attention, let's talk. I'll help you price your home strategically from day one so you can get the best possible outcome. And hey, if this video helped clear up a few things for you about pricing your home, hit that like button for me. It really helps out my channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos where I break down everything you need to know on how to buy and sell real estate here in Northern Kentucky with confidence. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you on the next video.